He was in Rockland with his grandson earlier.
What's up, TIW Mafia? It is 6:30 on the dot. We're right on time as usual, as always. It's our pleasure to be serving you this evening with our comedy of the Irish Whip.
Hello, everybody. JP's turning his lights on to give him
Spotlights on.
that angelic glow.
So for those who don't watch, you can watch us live, or you can also download the podcast on any podcast platform out there, including but not limited to Spreaker, where you can use the Spreaker app to like, comment, subscribe to us. You can also get us on the Spreaker app. We're proud Spreaker Prime members here.
Spreaker app is the best place to get it because they have the best quality and they're really good because they get the live right to them and it's gone.
The people that listen to us live, we love.
Oh,
you guys are awesome. You guys don't get the best sound quality live.
Yeah.
Truth, that's recorded on my computer, where we have all this fancy equipment here for the people that download us. I can't figure out how to get my computer hooked up to this big soundboard and stuff.
We're learning though.
But
I bet you some of the people who watch us live may also download it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. You know? I'm sure.
Listen to it again.
I mean, my mother downloads us and listens live.
Yeah.
And downloads it and listens.
Well, she's just listening to see if we say something bad so she can hit us.
How many pairs of sneakers I have?
2. Plus 43.
I haven't ordered any this week.
The weekend. It's Monday. Tuesday. Whatever day
I didn't order any last week. I got 2 new ones in the mail last week, though.
That counts. You got sneakers. So it's Tuesday and you're bragging that you haven't got any this week. I bet you by Friday you'll get a couple pairs. At least one. Or maybe no.
I don't see anything coming out. I don't see anything on the horizon.
All right, so you didn't order sneakers, but you ordered something else.
Yeah, I ordered some sunglasses.
Yeah. Not just like he didn't go to like Target and get the ones off the rack there.
So next week.
I'm
excited. This has been an interview that I've said I've wanted for a long time.
This is good.
And I never had the guts to ask for it.
Yeah, and it was easy.
Yeah, he came to us because of our boys over at OTTR, over the Top Ropes podcast.
Ropes.
Yes, there's apparently more than one top rope.
Yeah, that's what that cyber guy is.
But this guy is the guy who he's trained so many people. He's trained to. I'll start with Josh Briggs, NXT Star Current. He's trained Tommaso Ciampa. NXT has been to WWE.
Yes.
He's trained Ivar, my good friend, my friend,
personal friend.
He's trained Kofi Kingston. He had a hand in.
He's trained multiple champions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're going to talk to Mike Hollow next week. So there's trainers, and like if you're going to wrestle, get trained. Don't just do the backyard stuff because it's fun, safe.
Yeah.
But be safe. But get trained, and go to a reputable trainer. And a reputable trainer doesn't necessarily mean they've been on TV. Like our buddy Jay Buster, who will be on the show, Randy Sean.
Yeah.
Shout out to Randy. He trains down in Connecticut. He trains, works with Bubba Ray Dudley in the Dudley School. In Connecticut. Reputable school, reputable name behind it. They wouldn't put their name on it.
And you say the people he's trained that are active now, but you also get to look at where. I mean, we should say I don't want to do the whole interview here, but look where he came from.
Right.
The knowledge who trained him to be the trainer.
Right. Mike Hollow was Killer Kowalski's right-hand man for a long time.
And that's amazing. Because we all know who Killer Kowalski trained.
Yeah.
The Irish Leprechaun.
The Irish Leprechaun. So the Irish Leprechaun laid that status. So I'm thinking he was in there around the same time as Hollow.
He was there. He was in there. He said he was there before Triple H and China came.
And Hollow was in there with Triple H.
So
there's a pretty famous picture around New England wrestling. Around the backstage area. It's like Hollow, Triple H, Kowalski. There's a picture of him with Goldberg.
Yeah.
Like he's been around.
He's the guy that if he knocks on the door at somewhere, they're gonna let him in.
Right.
Where you and I, they'll be like, they'd come out and beat us up and then go back in.
Yeah, and that's. But Mike's from what I can tell, and I've never met him. He's one of those guys who our time around with my time coming around to wrestling and his time being in wrestling never really interacted. Um, so I've never had a conversation with him, but from the ones I've had, he's very nice, humble, and genuine, which is funny because, and I think this is just because no one likes the teacher.
Yeah.
But like I've always heard how rough he was.
Well, it's one of those things where you may not like the teacher while you're being taught, but after you're done,
right,
it's all right. So, like we had a teacher like that at high school that everyone hated him, but now he's not a bad guy. When you see him, you'll have a beer with him.
Right, he's got
you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he works with the school now
where my two boys went. I thought you were talking about our teacher.
No. I always got along with him.
I did too, but you still hated him a little bit.
When he was throwing a tennis ball off the back of your head during detention.
When you got to come down, but after that, when you're done, if you played sports, he always let you out of detention early.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you played his sport.
Or if you were talking.
And it's highly disputed. So we're talking about the dean of discipline at our high school, Mr. Kavanaugh. And it's highly, highly, highly disputed, but we all know the truth. 4 classes know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Your class, your brother's class, my class, and the class behind me know the truth on whether or not at Don Bosco Technical High School did Mr. Kavanaugh ever lose a one-on-one against a student.
I think he did.
I think he did. I think it was against your brother.
I think so.
That's highly disputed by him.
Yeah, I think it was.
Every time he posts about that, somebody posts like, John beat you.
I think it's disputed is because if I remember correct, they were playing a game at 21, but John was ahead and they didn't get to 21, but they had to stop the game for something.
Probably the end of the day.
Time-wise or something. So John was ahead and the game never fully finished. So, I think that's the dispute there.
Joe's brother was a basketball star. I mean,
baseball and basketball.
And Mr. Kavanaugh, the dean of discipline, was
6'10".
Yeah, he was taller than me then, and I was 6'6".
Yeah,
and he was a great basketball player.
He wanted you to play so bad.
Yeah, he used to grab me.
Just stand there.
He used to grab me in the hallway every day, and I wanted nothing to do with basketball because everyone expected me to be good, and I wasn't.
Yeah,
But he wanted. And I'm sure you went through that because you were a big kid and you had your brother.
I wasn't as I lived in the shadow. I grew up in the shadow of an amazing athlete. Whether it's coming, I mean, I don't get along with him so well now, but that's what brothers do. But he was a phenomenal. He was in Little League throwing knuckleballs.
Yeah, and me and him were all in the same basketball, CYO,
at the church leagues and the town leagues and BNBL and those different things. And I grew up in that shadow of him. So as much as good of an athlete as I was, I think I was mediocre. I was okay.
Right.
But
I was uncoordinated as hell.
Well, I had that one thing. I can get the low post and I can do that. You want me to shoot? I couldn't hit a free throw if my life depended on it.
I remember the first shot I hit at Gator Heaven CYO in South Boston. It was probably the first shot I took because I didn't have the confidence in taking the shots. But I was posted up. I was way bigger than the person covering me. And I took the shot. And it went in. And the referee, Touchy, cheered. He stopped and clapped.
I kind of think that was against me.
It might have been.
I think it was because I played for M&T Oil team up there.
Yeah, and
you were on the hub team, I think.
I was playing for Mike at that point. I think Caputo.
Yeah, because I was with Lal.
I was with Lal through the lower level,
and then
when I went up to the bigger age, I went up to I played for Mike Caputo, who is doing his thing in the music scene. His girl. Did you see any of the parade?
No.
On TV?
No, I saw only part of the parade I saw is the Nazis.
Yeah. Did you see? We'll talk. We're gonna get into this. We're gonna talk Southeast St. Patty's Day Parade for a few minutes. We're gonna talk Chris Rock and Will Smith and pro wrestling. So,
well, this is probably gonna be the least amount of pro wrestling we talk about.
Right.
All we're gonna do is WrestleMania's this weekend. It's 2 days. All right, get back to Chris Rock getting his mug slapped.
Yeah, so. With the parade, so Mike Caputo had on the guys from O-Town.
Yeah. Oh, I did see a little bit.
And
They're jumping off the float and getting back
yeah,
on.
the living member of LFO, who Mike was a big part of and a big part of the
I think
family.
he kind
He
of.
was like a manager with them.
I think he put them together.
He might have.
Or
He
had
might
something
have.
like that.
And he had his new girl who was beautiful, Carly Underwood. And she did her song "Blink Twice," which is a banger. It's one of those songs. It's a pop song, but you
Get
catch
into
on
it,
right
yeah.
away.
It has that kind of a cool beat. You just
yeah. I never realized how they did parades when they do music stuff.
Yeah,
I watched a few of his videos and what they did, and this isn't wrestling, so I can expose this fourth wall all I want.
Well, it's the same thing with the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
They performed one song each.
Yep.
And they performed it about 100 times. So the guy from LFO would come out and he did his "Summertime Girls."
Yeah.
You know, New Kids on the Block had a lot of hits. Chinese food makes me sick. I told y'all I have a great voice. You know, he did that song. And then he would say, "Oh, come on," and we'll bring out the guys from Motown, and they're gonna get, "Come on, guys, whatever, get the crowd pumped with me," and they'd do the same thing every time. And then the O-Town guys would get into their song, and then they'd introduce Carly, who did "Blink Twice." Every single time, it was just funny
Every
to watch
couple
that.
blocks it would go.
Yeah, and you have no idea.
Yeah.
So you think when you see the parade, you think, and you had the lucky spot, and you got to see all of their hits, their best songs.
Just as they're out of earshot for this side, they change it for this side.
I thought that was kind of cool. And as far as the Nazis, did you see the interaction on Facebook, on Twitter?
The drop kicks?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was a group of neo-Nazis who had no business being at our parade. And that is
there, but you know what? They were there.
Our parade.
Yep.
And they posted a video at our parade. This isn't their parade. They were not members of South Boston. Man, you know what? If a member of South Boston had a belief like that, they wouldn't wear a mask. Every one of those guys, every one of those had masks on.
Yep.
And why cover your face if you're so strong in that belief and you believe your belief is right and there's nothing wrong with it? Take the mask off.
Yeah.
Stop being a little punk wearing the mask. I'm being very nice and editing myself now in my head.
My tongue's bleeding right now. I'm biting so much.
But don't be a little punk. And if you listen, I'll call out the same group on Twitter, because Facebook, whatever, because they're apparently from this area. And if they want to meet up and have a discussion with me, I'll tell them they're all punks and they can wear their masks.
Well, just think of it. Think of back when we were teenagers or before. We were probably the last generation that handled things this way.
Yes. So
what would have happened? I'm not saying. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
People from Southie listening know what I'm talking about.
There was a year,
and things would have been handled a lot differently.
But so they put out this Nazi group put out a video, and they used one of the Dropkick songs, who we've had permission to use in the past. We used the Gauntlet, so we support the Dropkicks. I love the Dropkick music.
I've met them all. We've hung out with them before. They're good guys.
So we're Sully, who's crazy, and we all know, everyone's seen the news. Last year, he saw somebody hit a girl in the audience. He jumped off. He beat the guy up in the middle of his show. Like, he's a fighter.
Yeah.
So he said, "Take my music off of your video," and they said something along the lines of "pull up or shut up," and he said, "I'll be down Elm Street Park at noontime walking my dog. Come meet me."
Yeah, I'm not sure which guy of the Dropkick said it. I don't know.
I think it was Sully.
Ken Casey, you mean? Or
Ken Casey. Sorry.
Casey. I don't think it was Ken Casey. I don't know if it was Ken Casey or if it was Al Barr or whatever. But either one of them. If it's one of them, it's all of them.
Yeah.
You know, but from what I understand, 200 to 300 people from Southie or around showed up to back up the Dropkicks.
Oh, is that right?
And the little punks with the mask on never showed up.
Yeah, of course they didn't.
You know,
but they were probably in the crowd. Who knows? Because they wear masks.
Exactly.
You know,
they probably took their masks off. They were in the crowd with them, but there was also a heavy police presence at the time too.
Yeah.
So nothing really would have went off.
You know what the beauty of us is we fly under the radar.
What's that?
So there won't be 300 people. There might be 300 people behind us if we make the right calls.
Yeah.
But there won't be the heavy police presence unless we make those calls too, which we wouldn't.
Well, because we make calls behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You know,
it's so that's that. Like, and to those groups that you want to show up and disrupt our parade, you're more than welcome to. but you're not going to.
Yeah,
You're going to show up and you're going to try to get attention.
you're gonna get
And you're
ignored.
getting 5 minutes of my time right now. And that's more than you deserve.
Yep.
And that goes to any radical group on any side, left, right, in the middle, whatever.
If you preach harm or disruption,
stay
you're
away.
no part of
We
us.
have a bad enough reputation as it is on all counts of that in South Boston, Massachusetts,
Yeah.
that we didn't earn. Or I guess the neighborhood did
Or
at one
you
point.
get that if it's one, it's all mentality.
Yeah,
You know?
so either stay away or when you get called out, show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, show up.
Show up or shut up.
That's it. That was what you said to Ken. That was what you said to the Dropkicks on Twitter.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
And somebody tucked their tail and went home.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's that. And
End of it.
yeah.
Then we're done. We're not giving you any more time.
As far as what I will give time to, because it was
funny.
They call it the greatest moment in
The
television
greatest
history.
moment in television history.
The second it happened, it got
Now-
that. And he's not wrong.
And this might pass our censors because it's a quote. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me, is what Chris Rock said for the incident.
Yeah. But then Will Smith started yelling. So, Will Smith yelling, "Leave my wife's name out of your bleeping mouth."
Out of your fluffing out her mouth.
Yeah. But apparently, because we all know the history, all of her body parts are okay. Just her name can't go in your mouth.
Oh. Didn't think of that. And that's because, is that part of their open marriage?
Right.
You
This
know?
is how his wife got flipped upside down.
Like how he got his life flipped. Yeah. Right.
Sorry. Did I say wife?
Yeah.
I meant life. My bad.
Well, hey. Yeah.
You know what? And I'm not Team Rock. I'm not Team Smith, because
I'm
here's
Team
the
Mill.
thing. Yeah. Here's the thing is, I'm not married, but if I was and you said something that upset my wife, I might get up and do something simple. But if you smack me, I can't promise you're walking out of
I
there.
don't. And with that,
And here's where Will Smith is lucky. Not that Chris Rock didn't retaliate, that the people with Chris Rock didn't retaliate.
yeah. Well, but like watching that, I didn't watch it live. I watched it afterwards.
Yeah.
Now, what my thought is, I don't know, was it restraint that held Chris Rock back, or was it shock, or some mixture of both?
I think it was a mixture of both. Because if you watch right after he says that he smacked the S out of me, he says, "I could, you know what? Never mind." And then he went on like a professional.
Yeah.
And talked about the whatever won the for the documentary, which
The
was the next
documentary,
award.
yeah.
But where Will Smith was a G, he walked up there so calm. He threw paper.
That's what I said. I posted that. I put it on Twitter. If he walked up there and put a piece of paper on his head, paper beats rock, and it's all said and done.
If he walked up there and he did the slap, and then he walked away, adjusted his tuck, and just kept walking. And this is where I think there's a little room for debate. A little room. Is where was security?
Exactly. But before you get to security, before we touch on that, there's film footage of Will Smith laughing at that joke before his wife looks at him.
But who wasn't laughing?
Exactly. Now,
and here's the thing: is Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, which is a skin condition that causes you to go bald. She then shaved her head.
But she's always had really short hair.
Right.
So if you don't know about the condition, it's
is-
hard to know.
She's one of those women that has a beautiful face and looks good bald because of that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The shape of her face, it kind of accents
Yeah,
it.
but she's always worn really short hair,
Right.
almost shaved, like what we grew up calling a whiff.
Yeah, I don't know if that was because of the alopecia.
Yeah,
or
I
not.
don't. This is the first I've heard of it. But at the same token, with that, if Chris Rock didn't know about that, then the joke is good. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he knew she had that and threw that out there, it's bad. But at the same time, he made no mention of it. He could have made the joke about her having short hair with the G.I. Jane too.
Right. I think he I think he probably knew because him and Will Smith are sort of boys, or were sort of
They
boys.
were. But I thought there was a different group because
And they've made
Chris
up.
Rock's with the Adam Sandler group.
They've made up online.
Yeah. Even Jada put out a statement.
So,
But it would, all that aside, though, it's just now take that incident, put it in real people's lives. Now, you know, I know your girlfriend has XYZ. I know that. And I go up there and I make jokes to the left of that about that situation. Do you react?
So I think it's okay if you don't name her.
Yeah.
But he named her.
Yeah, that's I see what you're saying. That brings it right to her.
Yeah, and a husband's gonna defend his wife, like Will Smith said.
Yeah, but the problem is he laughed first.
He did. It was
and it
wasn't even that funny, honestly.
It wasn't because
it was not.
You
Chris
pull up
Rock's
a movie
best.
from 1990.
It was not Chris Rock's best.
No, and he probably didn't even write it.
Right.
He probably didn't write it. Somebody handed him that and told him this is what you're gonna say. He probably read it off a teleprompter.
But I don't think that was fixed. I don't think that was set
There's
up.
a lot of speculation on that because
there's not. So
the thing that tells me it wasn't fixed is because you can hear it.
You can hear it.
You hear the slap.
You see, there's a lot of ways to make you hear the slap, though. But you can see it make contact. You see it. People are like, well, he turned his head. Of course he turned his head. There was a hand pushing on it.
There was no kayfabe on it. His hand had Fresh Prince. I'm sorry.
I heard Will Smith sold his house, though.
Why?
Oh, there's one little fight and his mom got scared.
What happened?
Said he had to move with the auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Oh.
That was like we wrote that.
I know, right? we kind of see a little bit.
We're getting better at this.
Yeah.
15 years later.
15 years, we finally kind of know what it is.
But yeah, so I mean,
now we only work the equivalent.
So I fall in the category of I don't think that was set up.
Yeah.
I do think it's going to make for the highest rated Academy Awards.
Well, now everyone wants to see what's going to happen next year.
Nothing.
And that's what's going to happen.
It's going to be highly edited next year.
But even with that, though, next year, you know what? Make it a bit gritty.
I mean, they managed to censor it. They managed to censor it live here in the U.S., from what I understand.
Yeah, because there was a delay.
They weren't able to censor it, or they didn't try to censor it overseas. Where
the clips I watched, I think were Asian.
Yeah.
I don't know which dialect or which country, but it was an Asian
So
voice.
they didn't censor. So the Oscars were fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you get a light going out on you. You're flickering there. Maybe it's your time. Go to the light.
Yes.
Then the show will crash because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I practiced all day trying to edit, and I just got so frustrated I had to stop.
It's so easy. If
I know.
Try, you can
I
do
know it is, but I'm dealing with some stuff in my head, and it's just I get so in my and I stop, go away for a while, and come back. And that's what I kept doing.
That's
the only way I can do it.
We're not getting a lot of comments today.
Yeah, we only got one. I don't know if there's a lot of people watching us live, but either way, whatever.
Mad Dog Matt Kelly's listening in. I see him there.
See, I don't know where to see that. I'm going from StreamYard, and I'm looking at my Facebook feed. So that's all I can see. But so I haven't watched any wrestling. We have to make the show about wrestling a little bit, other than our two shirts. I haven't watched anything this week, but WrestleMania is coming up this weekend.
Yes.
It's a 2-day.
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday night.
Yes.
What? Like, I haven't followed a lot. I know that the big thing, the Roman Reigns, Lesnar is one of the headliners. I don't know what night they're on.
Stone Cold Owens.
That's the only match that I want to watch.
Undertaker going into the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, yeah.
Beta going into the Hall of Fame.
Steiner Brothers. The Steiner Brothers is huge.
So I think the Steiners are going in because of the son. Rick's son is in NXT.
You bring my son
Braun
up,
Breaker.
we'll do your thing.
I think it's like oh shoot, they're around. Let's put them in.
But at the same time,
because the Steiners didn't do a whole lot, and they did a little stint in WWF.
Yeah, they were there for what? But they made an impact. I think so. I watched. Even back in the day, I watched them in WCW.
Right. The Steiner. I loved them in WCW.
Yeah, but then they came over and they had the feuds with the Road Warriors and
the Steiner recliner. I'm trying to.
The biggest biceps. He beat Hulk Hogan, all that crap.
Frankenstein. Oh man, his bicep that had a bicep.
The one that looked like a softball in it. But I've met them, both great guys, nice guys, and they do conventions, not
Yes.
just wrestling conventions. I met them through when I worked with the conventions. They just go, and they're nice guys. They meet the fans. I wish we can get them on. We'll see what happens. But we'll see.
Well, I think after next week, I think some doors might open.
Well, what's happening next week?
We'll have a Mike Holler one.
Oh yeah, I thought you were mentioning something else.
I
But
don't
I'm
know.
going to jump back to the real quick. Go after wrestling to the Chris Rock thing. His ticket sales for his tour have skyrocketed. So this only benefited him
Yes.
for his tour.
I want to know how many Will Smith jokes he has.
Oh my God, he's going to have 1 million. He's going to probably say the stuff we just said.
Yeah, only funnier.
Yeah, in a way that actually makes it on stage and doesn't make him look like an old dunce like me.
Somebody said it wasn't Will Smith, it was Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry was the character he played in Bad Boys.
Well, I heard Ice-T's going after Will Smith now for slapping Pookie.
Yeah, that was so interesting because it was super unexpected. And like a lot of independent wrestlers were claiming it was a quote unquote work.
Yeah.
And
I don't see any
I
kayfabe in
don't
it.
know how to word this any better, but some people that were more in the know, some people that were more knowledgeable. I'm talking guys like Eric Darnell Anderson, Ebony Blade, that's been around for 30 plus years and a good friend, basically said there's no way. There's no way in that Chris Rock. Of course, he put in Chris Rock to sue the hell out of him.
Well, I guess from what I hear about too, and I don't want, like I said, I don't want to give this too much time, but LAPD approached Chris Rock asking if he wanted to press charges, and he said no. That's kind of feeding into the kayfabe theory.
Right. So my mother just commented on one of our feeds. Bobby D says, "Hey, what's up, Bobby D? What's going on, Joe Bruin? We need you in studio, brother." My mother just commented that my Aunt Kelly told her that I ordered another potato head. You don't know about this, do you?
I don't know about this.
So, 20 years ago or so, Mr. Potato Head sort of franchised out and started licensing.
Yeah.
And
How many did you buy?
So I own, but most of them I bought way back in the day. But they just released a new one. They've re-released some of the originals, but I already have the original.
Do you have the Mrs. Potato Head too?
No, these were just Mr. Potato Heads. And now it's just Potato Head because now it's...
I thought they came out with the Mrs.
No, there's no more Mr. and Mrs. anymore.
It's just the Potato Head.
It's just Potato Head. It's neutral. It's gender
so
neutral.
So it's the Potato Head.
Yes. It's neutral. Literally, they came out and said it's gender neutral. It's Potato Head.
Okay. So they're going to re-edit all the Toy Story movies?
I don't think so. Anything new will probably just call it Potato Head.
Now, question, I don't know this. I haven't seen any of the new. Does it come with, your Miss Potato Head? If everyone knows, you put pieces in, and you make them clothes and all that. Does it come with both male and female?
I don't know. So the one I bought only comes with one type of clothing. And that's because the one I bought was the Yam DeLorean.
Yam DeLorean Potato Head?
And it came with the tot. The tot.
A tater tot?
No, the tot. That's the name. So it's the Mandalorian as a potato head. The Yam DeLorean. The tot is the child.
The child.
I have every Star Wars potato head.
You are a potato head.
So there's a Yam Solo. Or maybe it was Han Spud, something along those lines. Princess Tata. I forget what the R2-D2 was. There's a C-3PO I might not have. Then there's a Luke Skywalker. Skywalker. There's there is a Spud Fett. There's a whole I have.
Did you say there's a Spud Vader?
The Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
And there's also I think there's a Darth Maul too. I have to look down. I have them all in my basement, except for the Yam DeLorean hasn't made it down the basement.
Do you have any, or are there any wrestling potato heads?
No. They've only, that I know of, they've only done Marvel and Star Wars. Star Wars is the only ones I bought.
I can see WWE jumping on that.
Yeah.
do a little.
Absolutely.
You know.
Those arms are made for clotheslines.
Yeah, but or you do like the
So-
Undertaker.
And that's something I up until the other day, I didn't actively collect still because I just have them.
Yeah.
But now I had to buy one because they came out with a new one I didn't have.
No, I'm not going to give you crap on that because I do understand the collecting of things.
So
It's just the shoes that I kind of
back in the day, to me, like I grew up on with a Mr. Potato Head
Yeah.
and Mrs. Potato Head. And I grew up on Star Wars. So that was like two pieces of my childhood mashed, and forget that. I didn't mean that to be a bad pun.
I didn't even
But
pick up
mashed
on that.
together.
That's awesome.
So that was like the greatest crossover in the world to me.
Yeah.
And,
But I really think WWE should jump on that.
and some of them are actually, I think a few of them are actually worth a couple bucks because a lot of them back in the day were you had to buy them at the Disney parks.
Oh.
I didn't. I bought them on eBay after the fact, but I have all of the originals. I'm trying to look on eBay right now to see what some of them sell for. Darth Vader 2004 Noon box 25.
They're saying $2,000.
No. It looks like
Where do you go to buy them?
the Darth Mash, which is Darth Maul, is $40. So like the Mandalorian is new, so you can get that anywhere. There's a Chewbacca. So some of them were $35-$40, and I probably paid 15 to 20 a piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About 20 years ago, they've been taken up from my parents. And these are some of these. What I'm looking at are the originals.
Well, I got a friend. She's in London. Donna. I just saw your comment. She says, "Good grief, you are kidding me with the neutral potato head."
Yeah. Oh no,
but
that's
look at everything these days. It's all going that way. If there's a male, there's a female. If there's something that's highly male, they mash it or they mix it up.
But that's the thing is, Potato Head was always sort of gender neutral, sort of not.
Well, with the potato head, all you do is put a different
But there
hat
was
on.
Mr. and Mrs. Like you could buy either, you know.
Yeah.
And that's. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with the toy because you know what? Like, what's to say a boy can't play with a Barbie doll and a girl can't play with an action figure?
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. I know many people grow up, playing. I had the G.I. Joe stuff and all that stuff, and that I knew how to play. My cousins, my cousins played with them, and
yeah,
that was it.
Sometimes all you had was hand-me-downs.
I wish I still had those.
Oh,
the G.I. Joes.
I know someone. You know someone too, actually, that still has theirs.
Yeah, my older cousins gave them to me. And they were all the original. Well, not the original from the 50s, but when the whole line came out with Snake Eyes.
I had the tall. Oh, the Jedi.
Yeah,
I had the tall.
Yeah,
the tall Star Wars figures.
Ooh.
My mother donated them.
Press the button and it talks. Those ones.
No, I don't remember that. They were about 12 inches.
I remember them.
And they only had they were like the little ones, all that moved with the arms and the legs and the right at the joints there.
No bending of the knee.
My mother gave them to. My mother was a kindergarten teacher for a little while in my life, and she brought them into the school when I was done with them. And that night, the janitor took them home.
Yeah.
And gave them to his kids.
Oh.
Thanks, Mom. That was a house.
Oh yeah, those are worth money.
That's and I had all of them. There was. I'm trying to think. The G.I. Joes, I had most of them. The only thing I didn't have was I didn't have the carrier. And I only knew one person that had the carrier.
What the Darth Vader head carrier?
No, the on the G.I. Joes.
The
yeah.
ship. Yeah, I just had the guys, and I had most of the guys, and then I had the Jeep.
Rest in peace, Joey Agricola.
He had the
carrier because they had. I don't know if you were ever in their house.
Oh yeah, many times.
They had that playroom down in the front.
Yeah.
And down on the first floor, so they had the room for it. And
yeah.
They weren't wealthy, they weren't rich, but they weren't poor.
Yeah.
He had everything. It was rest in peace, Joey. And he had that, and that was like we'd go over there just to play with that.
Yeah.
Because like you might have had every other toy, you might have had every other one, but you didn't have that.
Well, that's kind of what it was like growing up for us.
You got
Somebody
that.
always, everyone had that one thing that no one, it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. I didn't have crap, but
I was known for having every Intellivision game.
Yeah.
When with the only other people who knew what Intellivision was.
I was the one that had all the bruises because my brother was a jerk, and everyone would beat me up instead of him.
That's.
But it is what it is.
Your brother was sort of a jerk.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. He was a good athlete. They didn't want to hurt him to not play the game the next day, so they hit me. I'm telling the truth.
Yeah,
you know what
you
you know.
I know you are.
Oh, it's brutal.
That's funny.
But it is what it is.
So we were talking earlier about NFTs.
Yeah.
So,
I don't understand them. I know what they are, but I don't know how to follow them. I don't know.
Scooby-Doo NFTs. Funko released Scooby-Doo NFT packs today. The packs were like $5 or $15, depending on how many you got, or 10 or 15. I tried to get in on it, but they sold out before I got it. I was telling you how you could redeem some of them for a Funko.
Yep.
Somebody is selling one of the Funkos now on eBay for $700.
No, but how would I not involved in it, not knowing how would I get involved? Where do I go to buy that? How do I get notifications of that?
Let's sign up for Funko. Somebody, Scooby-Doo Premium Pack, 15 cards, 4 packs. These were $15 or $20 earlier each, so $80 worth.
Yeah.
$350 sold. $100 for a 15 pack sold. $80 sold. $70, $30 for a 5 pack. It's crazy.
So is it the Funko drops? Like, am I in the right place?
Digital.funko.com is the one I did for this.
That's where I'm at.
For the free account. It's not a free account. It's actually a $5 account, but so here we go. Funko Scooby-Doo Ghost or Red Bear digital NFT pre-sale. So this is the one that you redeem for the physical pop. $300 sold on eBay.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sign in on that.
So that's the people that opened it, got the one that you can redeem for the pop, and sold that for $300.
That's insane.
For something that, you know what I mean?
Something
And
you buy $5-10 for.
who knows if you hold on to these?
You
can't hold on. So here's the thing. I'm not a financial advisor, so do not take financial advice from me, first of all. Crypto and NFTs are not a future. They are the now. So if you can get in now and you can cash out now,
Hi, Laurie. How are you?
I say do it. If you can't get in now and cash out now, then don't. And if you can't get in with, if you can't afford to lose the money that you're putting in, don't put it in.
Well, that's like I was doing for a while. I haven't done it. I cashed it all out. Didn't do it now. But like I was going through, and this is not a sponsor thing. I'm not saying anything about this. But on Cash App, and I know a lot of you do it on Venmo now and all, but Cash App was the first one I saw. You can buy $1 worth of a stock, but things like that. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm not doing it. Just saying that that's the thing. And I did that. I spent a little money, and it was fun. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't spending crazy money. I was probably doing $20, $30 a month, and it's to buy these different stocks and to say like I had stock in Virgin Airlines. I had stock in Guinness, things like that. It's little, but it's fun to watch it grow or drop and things like that. And I mean, someday I might get back into it.
The Optimus Prime from the last Funko drop. The Optimus Prime is sold for $450.
Wow.
So actually sold for $650.
Satan the kid saying, "Tell Mark they're not the future, JP."
I mean, listen, Mark is my barber.
Okay.
And me and Mark were texting back and forth today because I let him know about this drop. He's huge into the stuff, and he thinks it's the future. And I have said it to him, Josh. I have, but it's definitely the now. And if you can cash in, why not?
Well, even you know what? It may be the future, but it's not going to be our future.
So the Transformers, if you got the gold Optimus Prime when you opened your pack,
Yeah.
that was the one that's I was just saying sold for $650. He opened it up and thought he hit because he got the silver Optimus Prime, which I don't know. I don't think that one's worth anything, if anything. But that's just in all an NFT is for people who ask is a digital picture.
But with that too, though, what? Like I don't. Oh, what did I do
Where do you wish you were?
in London? That's on the Facebook. I don't know how it connects over.
Oh, okay.
But I don't understand it. And like I said, non fungible, whatever it is,
So-
digital Bitcoin. That may not be our future in our lifetime, but I think someday it might go that way. We know, like, hardly any people carry cash anymore.
So if you think about it like this, if you buy a Van Gogh painting,
Mm-hmm.
you can hang it up in your house, and you're the only one that can hang that painting up in your house because no one else has that painting except for you. You have the original. There might be copies of it, but they're copies of it.
Yeah.
So when you own the NFT, you own the original digital picture that someone designed.
Okay.
Somebody might have taken a picture of it, but it's yours.
Yeah.
It's the same idea, but I just don't see the value behind where the value is behind it. But that being said, other people do. So I'd be a fool not to. I literally told my boss, hey, I just got to keep an eye on my phone because I'm watching this queue here. I'm in line. It says I'm an hour back, but it sold out before I got up to the front.
Yeah. But I don't understand enough about that. Like, I think my son dabbles in it a bit. I don't know much about it.
The NFTs are like if you get someone to go in with you, and I might do this, but you got to find the right drops.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna look at the Funko one because that sounds fun.
Right, and that was my thought process.
My only fear is in it for me is if I'm gonna sit on something not knowing what I have.
So if you buy baseball cards, I just bought 2 boxes of baseball cards last week and opened them up.
Sat there like a kid, opening all the packs, eating all the gum.
Well, you hope there's no more gum.
That stinks.
What you're hoping for now is an autograph, or a piece of a jersey, or some special glittery card. Like there's all kinds of inserts now.
Yeah.
It's not just a pack of picture cards. Now they do. Like one of my buddy Mike does breaks on Facebook where you can you sponsor a team, and any card that opens from that team he sends to you.
So you pay like $25 and you get
no, it's not even. It's it's a couple of bucks, and he just pulled a card out that's probably worth $500. So the problem with that card is it was a triple autograph. So there were 3 people on the card, all on different teams.
Oh.
So what normally what he does then is he spins a wheel, and whoever wins on the wheel gets the card. Those 3 got together and decided instead of doing that, they were just going to sell the card and split the money.
Yeah, that works.
It had like a Jim Abreu. It had 3 big autographs on it. It had 3 big pieces of jerseys on it. So it's a couple of bucks. In the NFTs, it's the same idea when you open up the packs, and that's why I like the idea of the packs, because I don't know which NFTs are worth anything.
Yeah, I don't get any of that.
Like there's like a drunk ape or something that everybody's buying into.
Yeah, I don't get NFTs at all.
I was talking to a guy last week that he actually he's got a design. One of Nike's original designers designing sneakers for him.
Oh, that's cool.
And then what they do is a digital picture of the sneaker. And you can buy the NFT and then redeem it on their website for that pair of sneakers. And he was sending out hoodies to people that have bought in already. And one of them was a former New England Patriot that he was sending them to.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I want to get it. I want to try something like that,
But you don't buy sneakers. And the sneakers that they had, weren't something
No, but like, it's not that I don't buy sneakers. I would. But,
But
my situation. It's tough for me right now. But
But guys like, it's stuff like this. Like, I'm going to a Cypress Hill Slipknot concert.
That's going to be insane.
And when you buy a ticket, you get an NFT.
Okay. 2. So are all NFTs like you get a picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
And the picture's not just a picture; it's like more a video. It's a digital image.
You get that digital property. Now, is Bitcoin NFT?
No. So Bitcoin is traded on the blockchain. That's what it's called. That's how it stays anonymous.
Does WWE have an NFT or something like that? That would be huge.
Yes, actually. So the NFT, the WWE came up with a really nice John Cena shirt that he wore once or twice. And they actually they had the shirt looked like the Super Mario Brothers 3 with the raccoon flying, but it was John Cena.
Okay.
The only way to get that shirt was to buy the $1,000 John Cena NFT, and they only had, I think, 500 of them.
Now I'm looking.
So 500 and $1,000, so $500,000. But they didn't sell out. They didn't sell them.
I'm looking at.
I just Googled WWE NFT.
The same place I am. OpenSea.
No, so 2 hours ago or a day ago, one day, it looked like yesterday, this was announced that WWE links a long-term deal with Fanatics, who does all the NFL stuff, merchandise and stuff, to push official merchandise, trading cards, and NFTs.
All right. So I'm looking at one now. Again, I'm not going to say the site again. I already said it, but they have a ton of Undertaker NFTs that don't seem to be sold out. It looks like you're buying it for 69 cents, $1 or things like that. And here's the shirt, the John Cena SummerSlam 21 gold. You can still buy it. It says the price is $2. I mean, I don't know if you want to look at my screen. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah.
But that they're selling.
So it doesn't say price is $2 to Ethereum.
Oh, right now it's selling for $6,746 for me to buy that.
And Ethereum is worth about $3,000. The Undertaker is half an Ethereum or so, or a quarter of an Ethereum. So most NFTs for some reason chose Ethereum as the way. The Funko Pop ones you can buy with a good old US dollar.
Yeah, I don't know enough of it. Like
Again, I don't support Funko, or I do in the fact that I have a couple, in that I think they are fun.
Yeah,
but
I just don't know enough about this stuff. I mean, like say if I bought that, like after a while, I'd forget that I have that, and by the time I remember to sell it, it'll be worth like $3. Because focus has changed to something else, Didn't lick when you shoe.
It needs to be cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
NBA has one.
Yeah, I've seen that.
That comes like the pack.
I've seen NBA ones.
I don't know what you get with that. Like, I don't know if that comes with like a the Funko, you have the chance of winning.
Yeah. I don't understand that stuff.
But people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for these. You just saw.
Yeah, it's insane.
The John Cena one. That's the basic thing you got with that was the T-shirt.
That's insane. It's a $6,000 T-shirt.
It's nice, but damn.
I would never wear it. I'd be afraid to. I'd wear it once. I get mustard stains on it. You know it. I would.
You would.
I would.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
That would be my luck too. So.
Yeah, and then it's worth shit. It's a $6,000 T-shirt. My car's not worth that much.
But Funko had to do all right because now they have drops like coming up regularly. It's like so. And I mean, we're not a financial advisor.
Yeah, we're not telling you to go out and buy this stuff. This is the one. We're not giving you a a hint. Hey, go buy this. No, we're not.
I'm just telling you what I might get in on. I might go for the, this time with Scooby Doo Funko drops.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I mean, I'm too old for that stuff.
It's been Transformers, Nickelodeon. The retro comics one might have been cool. Bob Ross.
Yeah. I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? That's not that I don't get it. I probably would get it.
They did Iron Maiden ones.
Jump on that.
I
I wish I could go to that Slipknot concert with you.
Slipknot's such a good show. I've seen them so every time they come
I
around.
haven't seen him. You know, he does conventions and stuff.
Does he?
Yeah. He goes to different. I know his handler.
Okay.
You know,
good guy. They're supposed to be a good guy.
I knew it's really convention. Yeah, he's amazing. From what I understand, I've never met him. I've met his handler. We're friends on Facebook. I'm not going to give her name out. Handler, agent, whatever you want to call it. And from everything I hear about him, he's amazing with his fans,
So
especially kids.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of kids that listen to Slipknot too.
Yeah.
So Snoop Dogg recently bought Death Row Records, which is where he started, and he said it's going to be an NFT label. So in other words, like you want to buy the CD, cool. You're going to download you don't buy a CD anymore. You buy the music online. You're going to get an NFT when you do that.
So what, you're going to get, like, you'll get the album cover?
Yeah, as an NFT. As a digital image.
So everyone will get the album cover slightly changed.
Something like that, yes. Yeah. That's,
or there'll be a set of 10. Like, say, take your shirt of Eddie Guerrero on right now. There'll be 10 of that slightly different, so you'd want to collect all 10.
Right.
It might be something like that. I'm guessing. I don't know.
And some of them are cool. Like I was seeing one that the person had, and they were demonstrating, and they could just keep zooming and zooming and zooming on it. And like the closer you got, like you got more in detail of it.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Now that would be kind of cool. Say if there was like our friends at the Bell Time Club, if they had those, say the wrestling ones or any ones, and had like a TV and you can scroll, and just scrolling. Yeah. So you're displaying what you have. That would be kind of cool.
Slipknot actually has a website for this. So
Slipknot has NFT?
Yeah.
So it's pretty much everybody but me has NFT.
Yeah. Well, Slipknot has their own NFT.
Yeah.
So in June, about the band's new music, saying it was similar in tone to their classic Iowa album. It looks like it's gonna be the same idea as what I was saying with Death Row. Like you buy the album and you get an NFT. I don't even know what it looks like. Because I wasn't the one that ordered the tickets, but I have a ticket to Knotfest Roadshow, which that's the Slipknot, and that came with an NFT.
That's out in Worcester, right?
Either Worcester or Mansfield.
Yeah.
They had a lot of shows coming up.
I wish I could go to them.
They had a lot of shows.
I get nothing. But and that it's interesting to me, but I just don't get it enough. I don't get a lot of things.
Do you understand why the dollar's worth $1?
Because there's gold to back it.
There's not gold to back it anymore.
No?
They threw out the gold backing years ago.
So what's backing it?
Nothing.
So give me all your dollars.
No.
If they're not worth anything.
Because I still need them to buy stuff.
But if they're not worth anything.
Well, they're still worth stuff here because we use them. We trade them.
Well, and that's goods. Like talking to a friend of mine. I think I told you about this, trying to put on a Comic-Con overseas somewhere, either in Iceland or Philippines. And I was talking to a friend of mine who's from the Philippines. She was saying right now, $1 American is like 3,000 pesos in the Philippines.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what that translates to buying something. You go into a store and you buy a Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that. Yeah, I don't know what their money looks like. I don't know any of that, but that's what you were saying.
I just looked at a new pair of sunglasses that I saw that I liked. I'm closing the page.
You only get 2 eyes. You have one pair.
But I get different clothes. They get a match and
With that
stuff.
too, I've never seen you wear sunglasses.
I always wear sunglasses.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear sunglasses.
Always wear them in the summer.
Never seen you.
I actually meant to bring my pair. I have a pair in work right now. I have my wood grain Oakleys in work.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear.
But the pair was $300.
Oh,
Yep. So
not bad. All right, so we have a few minutes left. We talk about what? WrestleMania coming up?
yeah. I don't know the card at all. We can run down it quick.
Yeah. Well, I might not be able to watch the Saturday WrestleMania.
No.
No, I'll be in Free Rivers, Mass, with my buddies from the Gobshites. They have a show down there. So
That'll be a good time.
yeah, I might try to pull it up on my tablet. Though I'll bring my tablet and my laptop and see what I can do.
Or you'll be that guy at the bar.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sitting there at the merch table. I'm going to have it on. I might not have the volume on, but I'll have, have it playing.
So day one matches. They include the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch?
Yeah, I can't. I was just going to say I can't talk first. Bianca Belair. Someone's saying that might turn into a hair versus hair match.
Oh.
If it turns into a hair versus hair match, I think Becky wins.
I think so too.
Because there's no shock in
Shock.
Becky Lynch losing her hair.
But now, do you think that might change in light of the Oscars thing? Because of the hair, they don't want that might be looked at as they're playing hype on the hair thing.
What hair thing? Oh, the alopecia now.
You know,
you get the Miz and Logan Paul versus the Mysterios.
I want the Mysterios to destroy them.
I don't think so. Logan Paul gets the pin.
You think?
Yeah. Seth Rollins versus TBA.
I'm hearing rumors that's going to be Shane.
Here it's going to be Cody.
Yeah, I can see that. They had a beef before, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but Cody's going to be the shock coming in. You know what I mean?
But Shane O'Mac can come in too. But then that's a squash match. They're hyping it up so much with Seth Rollins, they wouldn't make it a squash match.
Yeah, and then you got Drew McIntyre versus Happy Corbin. I think it's got to be Drew.
Yeah.
The Usos, who are the champs, versus Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. Rick Boogs is the guy that comes down playing Shinsuke's music. I'm assuming it's got to be the Usos to win that and retain. Now, this one, I think the title changes.
Which one?
Charlotte versus Ronda.
Yeah, I think Ronda takes it. Charles had too long.
And then Stone Cold Steve Austin appears on the KO show hosted by Kevin Owens.
So it's not a match.
It's not an official match.
Now, do you think it turns into one?
Yeah. And if it does turn into a real match, Owens wins, but it ends with Stone Cold obviously stunning everybody.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Stone Cold would lose.
And no, he can't win.
But he can't lose too.
He can't win. No, yes, he can't.
So maybe they don't do
There's
it.
nothing to gain by him winning.
But there's no match, but they just whoop the piss out of each other.
And it ends with Stone Cold stunning everybody.
And then the Bears and yeah.
And then
That's a get definite,
Day two.
Now, get back to Stone Cold. Quick question. Do you think when he's in the ring and they throw the Bears up, do you think he catches the first one, or does he miss? Usually misses the first one.
He knocks it down.
Yeah. So I want to see that quick catch, but I don't know.
First WrestleMania 38, Day 2. First match listed here is title versus title, Roman versus Brock.
So that's going to be the headline.
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah. I have no. I
would like to see Roman be the first unified.
Yeah, I'm just so done of Brock.
I'm not done with Brock. But Brock gains nothing by being the first unified champion.
Yeah, but
there's a gain to it being Roman.
Because now there's a new faction growing.
Right.
But with that too, like I've said it here before, and you've known it for years, I'm not a Brock fan. I'm not happy with him. People say he's the greatest, he's good. I'm not happy with him. I don't like him.
You're not supposed to be a Brock fan, though.
But I know. But now he's coming in as the face.
Yeah, and you'll like him in a week.
No, I never have. I never will. He's
Yeah.
wearing fucking, excuse my language. Pardon that. I said fudge. He's wearing cowboy hats now.
Yeah. I mean, he's in like Montana or somewhere.
Oh,
Edge versus AJ.
interesting.
I care,
I care about
but I
this
don't
one.
know. Like this is potential match of the weekend.
Yeah, that's
You got two of the best of all time.
now I'm leaning towards Edge because I've followed him more,
I'm with you.
you know, but AJ's good,
He's real good.
you know. That's a tight one. I don't know.
AJ man I don't know if Omos is going to be in his corner.
All right, Satan the Kid's asking if we're going to AEW next week. I didn't know they were here.
Yeah, we might have to look into that.
He's saying Stone Cold wins. And he says Brock was undisputed champion before.
He says Stone Cold wins because he has a custom barber vest that says Camo 316 on it. His name in the barbershop being Camo.
I got to come into this barbershop and get my hair cut or get something and hang out or whatever. But he's also saying Brock was the undisputed champion before.
Yeah, but this is going to be the new undisputed champion.
Also, it's going to be a whole different.
They're combining the belts again.
It's going to be a different belt so people can spend more money.
Right.
Yeah.
Women's tag champ Queen Zelina and Carmella, who are the champs, versus Naomi and Sasha.
Naomi and Sasha.
Versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler.
Oh, so it's a four corners match in a sense.
I like Naomi and Sasha as well.
Naomi and Sasha.
The veterans.
I do like the other one, Rhea Ripley, and I'm not looking at it. Put me down in there as old guy again. So the Big Joe, Irish Whip, old guy.
What is put that?
On the bottom of the StreamYard feed.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, I don't know.
I might have done it last time.
You might have done it before, and I just didn't see it.
So
but I'm not going to fix it. I'm old.
Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Think
I
it's
like that one.
I do too, and I think because when Pat McAfee had that match in NXT a while back,
Yeah.
he went all out.
Yeah, I think this.
But I think Austin Theory has to win. Pat McAfee's an announcer. He was a kicker in the NFL.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Austin Theory wins that, and the same unless Pat McAfee is going to come in and join the roster.
So
You know what I'm saying? If he comes in and wins and joins the roster and goes into wrestling instead of announcing, we'll see.
Another potential for match of the night. And I'm skipping over one. I'll go back to it. And that's another one that I think would be a fun match. That's why I want to go back to it. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. I think it's, I hope, so in the RK Bro is the champs.
I really like RK Bro.
I like the Street I do too, but I like the Street Profits.
Yeah, fix your camera.
I think Street Profits got a chance at the title at this point.
Yeah. We'll see. I like RK Bro.
The one I skipped, going to be a fun match.
Yeah.
Could go either way.
Listen.
Sami Zayn
Okay.
versus Johnny Knoxville. I think Johnny Knoxville could win if the rest of the Jackass guys come out. And I think Sami Zayn is the one that doesn't need to go over. Like I always say, it's going to be the wrestler to go over. It's going to be the current guy to go over. It's going to be the Kevin Owens instead of Stone Cold to go over.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be Sami Zayn with his character.
Yeah. Sami Zayn's he's made it as a losing.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know?
He's been the underdog.
Yeah, he's the consummate
underdog.
loser. And I can see that turning into a lumberjack match with all the Jackass guys around the ring.
And then you got Lashley versus Omos. I think there's neither title.
I think that's a squash match.
I think it's good.
I think it's gonna be almost.
So here's my reason on why I agree with you. I don't think Omos knows how to bump.
I can get with that.
He's never left his feet.
Yeah, I'll agree with that statement. And plus, with that, like, I don't know how trained he is, but you know what? He could shock us all.
He was Kevin Nash's bodyguard, legitimately.
Yeah.
So
and that's how we got in.
We've run a little over, guys.
It's all good. You know what though? If you want to call it here, well,
Yeah. Satan the Kid said it's true, talking about his Camel 316, his Barber vest.
I got to come in and see that vest. I might wear it. I should pull out of storage my Stone Cold vest.
There you go.
You know?
We'll have Johnny give you a haircut, though.
No, he said he's the crazy guy.
Yeah.
No.
I offered my barber when I left the other day. I was like, oh, I gotta cut my own hair. I was like, oh, I said, I'll pay for you right now to go sit in Johnny's chair. He wouldn't do it.
Well, that's like I got my hair cut once at the VA, and their barber it was like,
But guys, that's less than we got time for.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week with Mike Hall. Is that his name, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike Hall.
Are you gonna say it?
See you next Tuesday.